Welcome to War India News Hour. The increasing cybersecurity risks have resulted in increased security experts in India. The data breaches have increased significantly across the globe. This particular year, 80% of the breaches were due to COVID-19 websites. The COVID-19 websites may relate to helping COVID-19 patients to support health and a lot of other areas. Most of them have some element of cybersecurity compromise. Once you click on that particular link, it goes through the wrong direction and reaches to the hackers, and most of these downloads or links are connected to something which is nefarious. All of us are scared in this current scenario. We tend to get into a particular maze, and once you click onto the attachment, then the situation is totally different. A lot of complaints have been registered from people who have been frauded and treated in this manner. Healthcare sector is primarily under severe attack. A very integrated support system is needed due to the work scenario. Not only data center is needed, but the disaster recovery center is also needed. Work from home brings in a totally different environment. The office environment was secured from the digital point, that the extension to home. People started to roll over to the private network anywhere, everywhere, using these gadgets. But big companies have provided infrastructure to their employees. Though they are safe in that infrastructure, remote working has given rise to cyber crimes. We are basically sitting on a virtual digital landmine or workers' landmines. There are lots of things where the stuff does not get the right sort of the connectivity because of the public Wi-Fi. Most public Wi-Fis can be compromised easily in this process. The employees and the company both can be hacked. Let's look into today's headlines in War India. Now, MySQL adding data warehousing to the cloud service. Oracle is unveiling an extended version of MySQL that takes it into data warehousing territory. It is releasing a new managed MySQL database service on Oracle Cloud Infrastructure that will support both transaction and analytic processing workloads. That creates a key change for MySQL users. Roshni Nadar Malhotra figures as the India's wealthiest woman. Roshni Nadar Malhotra, chairperson of HCL Technologies, is India's wealthiest woman. The estimated wealth is Rs 54,850 crores. Roshni is currently the CEO and Executive Director of HCL Corporation, a holding company that controls HCL Tech and HCL Infosystems. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, founder and MD of Biocon with a wealth of Rs 36,600 crores, is at the second position, followed by Leena Gandhi Tiwari with 21,340 crores, who stands at the third position. Post-acquisition of Slack to help Salesforce will target Oracle and SAP. Slack will give Salesforce not only a suite of modern collaboration solutions to offer to customers eager to become digital businesses. The recent $28 billion of Slack will help Salesforce stay ahead of hard-charging Oracle and SAP. Mark Benioff is focusing hard to position the company as businesses seek out of the best enterprise software partners to help them forge their digital futures. Slack will help to keep Salesforce highly differentiated by giving challenges to Oracle, SAP and Microsoft. Flipkart announced a partial spin-off of PhonePe. Bini gets a seat in the board. Flipkart announced a partial spin-off of PhonePe in a move that will allow the digital payments platform to have access to dedicated long-term capital over the next 3 to 4 years. With this, Flipkart will continue to own 87% majority stake in the high-profile entity PhonePe Private Limited. Walmart will own 10% and existing investors including Tiger Global Management holding the remaining 3%. Sources said Walmart puts $700 million into Hydrof, and with this, it has secured $700 million in this financing round. Bini Bansal will join the new board of PhonePe co-founders Sameer Nigam, Rahul Chari and Rohit Bhagat on the board. Sources said the board will also include 2 representatives from Walmart. 2 million credit cards from Eland Retail have been stolen by Clock ransomware. Eland Global operates numerous retail clothing stores including New Core and NC Department Store. Recently found Clock ransomware is claiming to have stolen 2 million credit cards over a one-year period ending with last month's ransomware attack. However, the Eland Retail CEO Chang Yun-seok disclosed in a notice on their website that the sensitive customer data was safe as it was encrypted on another server. YONO, SBI's mobile banking app, is down for the third time in 30 days. SBI's mobile banking app YONO suffered a system outage on Thursday, following which the bank issued an official statement on Twitter. Steps are being taken for the restoration of uninterrupted services, it said, asking users to switch to online SBI or YONO Lite for their needs. The bank's digital services have been down at least 25 times, with many of the episodes lasting multiple days. HDFC Bank has suffered long outages thrice in the last 2 years. SBI, on the other hand, has been down at least once every month this year except for July, as per the data received from Down Detector. Tata Group invests into the government's rural e-commerce venture Grameen eStore. With the vision of the Tata Group to boost its business into Digital Connect to enhance the supplying groceries, invested Rs 10 crores in the government's rural e-commerce venture CSC Grameen eStore Private Limited. This development comes at a time when Tata Group is prepared to launch an integrated super app which will combine the company's consumer offerings on a single platform. The new app is expected to pit the company against rival businesses such as Reliance and Amazon, among others. Tata Digital operates e-commerce platform Tata Click, online grocery store Star Quick, and online electronics platform Chroma. Jio invests undisclosed amount in the mobile gaming startup Crikey. Mukesh Ambani's Reliance Jio made a foray into AI and gaming by investing in the Series A funding in a San Francisco-based startup into the mobile gaming company Crikey. Crikey will inspire a generation of Indians to embrace AR. Crikey has launched Yatra, a new AR game that invites users to step in an action-adventure story to defeat a monster army. Using weapons such as the bow and arrow, chakra, lightning and firebolts, players can battle through different levels of combat and puzzle games, Crikey said. At the same time, Akash Ambani, director Jio, said, "Our vision is to bring the best experiences to India." Kritika Saxena to head Corporate Communications and Public Policy India in TCS. Kritika Saxena will join TCS as Head Corporate Communications and Public Policy India next week. She will be based out of the corporate office in Mumbai and report to Rajeshri R, Chief Marketing Officer TCS. Primarily, she will work towards building a strong internal and external communications framework and will be responsible for managing their 360-degree communication narratives along with handling public policy for the Indian market. COVID update. It seems India will cross the 1 crore mark before we enter 2021. By seeing the growing trend as India's COVID-19 tally crosses 95 lakhs with 35,551 new cases, 526 deaths, overall figure is at 95 lakhs 34,964 according to the Health Ministry. Whereas the death toll now stands at 1,38,648. The number of active cases stood at 4,22,943, while 89,73,373 people have recovered so far. Summing up, data monetization, upselling and moderate 5G price plan premiums should be operators' priorities in 2021. Service providers will try to convince consumers that it is worth upgrading to 5G. In 2021, telcos are gearing up their marketing strategy to innovate around 5G pricing models and bundles to drive upsell to more expensive plans. Stressing on the risk assessment may be the right way, says DG CertIn. He says you have to treat all these factors as a part of your risk. Risk assessment in the post-pandemic time or in the penalty phase should be documented. If you do not know the risk itself, there is absolutely no strategy by which you can mitigate the risk. You have lots of workforce which is being referenced. These people who are moving out of the companies, they are certainly carrying a grudge. They are nursing a grudge that injustice has been done to them. If they fall into the wrong hands, they might leak secrets or might become cyber criminals themselves. So we have a whole load of floating, unemployed, cyber-enabled people who are there in this world. The business continuity that has to happen in the pandemic is very different to what you had imagined as a part of the business. There was hardly any business continuity plan where pandemic was a part. We are left with no choice but to create a business continuity plan with pandemic incorporated. So the whole digital scenario, from the utilities, tools, hacking groups, the ledgers, to equity, to ransomware, quality of the encryption used, the capability of these people and the capability of lack of attribution, all these things have messed up with the whole scenario. Another year not left with much choice but to work in a much dispersed digital environment in which we never find our way. With this, let's wind up for the day, but do not forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to War India News Magazine. You can download the War India app from Google Play Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.